The wisdom boat. We have learned and understood the word prajna, which is wisdom. I will not elaborate on it, but only mention briefly here that it was translated from the Pali word pana and from the Sanskrit word prajna. The original sound was kept in the translation. This is a transcendent wisdom, characterized by creativity, accuracy, objectivity, a wisdom imbued with the noble qualities of loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. Zen patriarchs often compare life to a sea of suffering. Looking beyond our nearsighted vision, the constant stream of births and rebirths is like an immense ocean of human tears. Seeing this, the patriarchs, like boatmen, rowed their compassion boat to carry people across the sea of suffering. Rowing the compassion boat without rest, bringing all living beings to the awakening shore. As in the Discourse on Penitence. What materials were used by Zen patriarchs to build their boat? They were the ultimate three truths: emptiness, illusory nature, and suchness. Understanding thoroughly these three truths and becoming one with them is reaching the shore of freedom from suffering, the shore of enlightenment and liberation. This is speaking in broad terms. In reality, there are innumerable levels of understanding, becoming one. Therefore, there are also infinite levels of freedom from suffering, enlightenment, and liberation. Emptiness, illusory nature, suchness are just words created by people, as well as all other labels. We can see with our eyes, hear with our ears, smell with our nose, taste with our tongue, sense with our body, material objects. But in reality, these objects don't have a name, and they don't say they are round or square, nor do they say they are good or bad, etc. But we humans have created language and have affixed labels to everything. This is only a superficial way of looking at phenomena through the senses. Then we got caught in that perception and started believing that all these things are real and started competing with each other to get hold of them and keep them. This is the source of the sea of suffering, the sea of dissatisfaction. The Buddha taught that all life is the result of countless causal conditions, which themselves change all the time, as a result of other causal conditions. The essence of all things is empty, unstable, devoid of a hard core. Things appear before our senses, just like things in a magic trick, like things in a dream. The worldly phenomena are completely unreal. In the sutras, they are compared to a tortoise fur, a rabbit's horns, or the child of a stone girl. How can a stone girl give birth to a child? Thus, the Buddha used the terms emptiness, illusion, suchness to communicate to us his insight, a state of utter stillness where there is nothing, devoid of discursive thinking and words. The sutras use the term atakavakara, which means beyond logical reasoning, beyond words. So we are not surprised when Zen patriarchs used a bottomless boat to carry people across the sea. It alluded to the prajna boat that did not contain any worldly thing. Now we understand better the Heart Sutra. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the prajna paramita, perceives that all 5 skandhas are empty and is saved from all suffering and distress. Therefore, in that emptiness, there is no body, no feelings, no perceptions, no mental formations, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes until no realm of mind, consciousness, no ignorance and no extinction of it, no old age and death and no end to old age and death, no suffering, no cause of suffering, no cessation, no path, no insight, and no attainment. When we reach this stage of practice, we start to have wisdom. Why does the sutra say no insight, no attainment? It is because when we see that we attain something, we still cling to a sense of self. This subtle sense of self must also die. How do we let it die? We let it die by silencing all verbal chat in the mind through the practice of samadhi. We let it die through the practice of wisdom by not clinging to the thought that we are smart, that we have attained something. And finally, letting go of every perverted illusion, one dwells in nirvana. If our mind no longer gives rise to false illusions, it is nirvana. There are 2 methods to achieve this. The samadhi method, where we do not let any thought arise in relation to any form. The wisdom method, where we let go of greed, achieve cessation of greed, liberation from greed, nirvana. Thus, the 3 themes of emptiness, illusory nature, suchness are the 3 boats used to cross the sea of suffering. Each individual chooses his or her preferred boat. With their compassion, Buddha and Zen patriarchs offered us 3 very solid boats. They possessed the same feature of being bottomless and not carrying any worldly thing. There is no wealth, no fame, no attachment, no hatred, nothing pertaining to the worldly mind. Instead, only a mind free of desires and unwholesome states can board the prajna boat. Our founding Zen master taught this point very thoroughly. He said, "There is Dharma, yet there is no Dharma." We need the Dharma which serves as the theme and the aim of our practice. Like the light from the lighthouse shining through the night darkness, the Dharma keeps our mind from going astray. But emptiness, illusory nature, suchness is devoid of content, and when we are one with them, no words can be used to describe them. Right then, there is no theme, no practice method. Our mind is thus empty, pure, utterly still. Once we got to the other shore, we had to let go of the prajna boat to enter our home, our beloved old home. Our master used to say, once we enter our home, we had to fully open windows and doors. We had to step out into the open air. If we saw other people still struggling to find rafts, we had to row our boat back to help those people whose causal conditions are ripe to cross the sea of suffering. Masters Hall, 29th of December, 2020. Triệt Như.